Hello, NYWCites. I am the administrator of the NYWC message board, Robert Lottie, and I'm joined with one of my favorite NYWCites, Jessica.
Woo! Woo!
Ooh, and if that wasn't enough, it's your sister Leanne. All right. Sideshow 2023 was a great way to start off the new year and quite the show to lead up to the 20th annual Psycho Circus. Okay.
Woo! Psycho Circus!
It's almost here. All right. We started the night out with a triple threat match as we saw Jaden Vallow versus Bad Brad Benson versus the Big Gun Nuke. Good match to start the show.
It was a great match.
Which saw the Big Gun Nuke defeat Jaden Vallow and Bad Brad Benson.
Great match, high energy.
Yeah. Leanne, your thought on that opening matchup?
It's good.
Okay. All right. Next matchup, we had the war between the NYWC H2O continued as we saw Mouse and Company introduce Treylock, or was it Trylock, Darian Hardway, and Frank, all apologies for not getting his last name, as Treylock and Darian Hardaway took on representing NYWC, Jay Messias or Messias and Patrick Fitzpatrick. All apologies for not getting their tag team name. No.
Just the checks, please.
Alrighty. And we saw Jay Messias and Patrick Fitzpatrick chalk one up for NYWC as they defeated Treylock and Darian Hardaway.
Great match. It was very hardcore.
It didn't seem hardcore, but it was my first time seeing both Locke and Hardway in action. So, I mean, they got some good stuff, H2O. All right, Leanne, your thoughts on that tag team match we just discussed?
It's good.
Okay.
What is H2O separate again? Hardcore?
Hardcore Hustle Organization. We're not talking about actual water.
Yeah.
No, that's what H2O proper thing it stands for. Next up, in singles competition, we saw Dolly accompanied the ring by Taylor Dew as she did battle with Fifth Chris, who was accompanied the ring by two Groovy Grizzlies. Fifth Chris defeated Dolly to get the victory. After the match, Fifth Chris was going to put Dolly in that casket that Fifth Chris came into the ring to. But Unstoppable Izzy McKenna attacked both Groovy Grizzlies, attacked Fifth Chris, body slammed him into the casket and closed the lid. And I don't know if social acceptance is still a thing, because after Izzy put Fifth Chris in the casket, they played instead of The Middle by Jimmy Eat World, they played Kiss Me Deadly by Lita Ford. So I guess that's her new theme.
Kiss Me Deadly by Lita Ford.
That's what they played when Izzy
Not to be confused with Lita the wrestler.
Definitely not. Lita Ford was around before Amy Dumas, who wrestled as Lita. Your thoughts on that whole ordeal, though?
It was great. Even though I had to use the bathroom during the end of the match.
Yeah, when
I didn't get to see Izzy McKenna come out.
Yeah, okay. Leanne, your thoughts on the whole situation with Dolly, Fifth Chris, and Unstoppable Izzy McKenna?
It's good.
Okay. Next up, we saw a triple threat match as we saw the Audacity's Micah Cortez versus Shillelagh Hitmen member Fighting Jack Morrissey versus Giorgio Lawrence of the Specialist.
Save the best for last. Yeah, Giorgio. I wonder if he watches these.
He told me he does, I think.
Yeah.
Giorgio Lawrence was victorious over Micah Cortez and Fighting Jack Morrissey in that triple threat matchup.
Yeah, Giorgio. Woo! God,
well, aside of Giorgio winning the match,
I had fun dancing.
We know that.
Oh, so you had to see like the entire show.
Yeah, it seemed that way. But your thoughts on that match, despite the fact, other than the fact that Giorgio got the victory.
It was awesome. Good match.
Yeah, okay. Leanne, your thoughts on that triple threat matchup, the second one on the show?
It's good.
Okay. All right. The next matchup, which was scheduled to happen last month at Tour de Circus, as we saw Jordan Reddington.
Yes.
And,
the poser.
as he went one-on-one with the Big O. And Big O was walking to the ring, Jorge Lebestia attacks O from behind before he enters to the ropes. And Jorge tried interfering again, but Big O was ready for him. Big O eventually puts Jordan Reddington down to pick up the victory. After the matchup, Jordan constantly slapped Jorge in the face, and Jorge eventually retaliated. And I believe Jorge challenged Jordan to a match at Psycho Circus next month.
Yep.
Okay, your thoughts on that whole ordeal?
It's going to be a good match at the Psycho Circus. I can't wait to see Giorgio possibly get revenge on Jay Brad.
Jorge, not Giorgio.
Jorge. Botchamania. I have Giorgio on my mind. Sorry.
But yeah, like I said,
I'm so proud of you, Giorgio. You didn't get screwed this time.
Yeah, but
by the audacity.
Okay, but like I said, Big O versus Jordan Reddington, and the whole thing with Jordan and Jorge's partnership seemingly coming to an end.
Trouble in paradise.
Well, no longer trouble, but
it's over.
Yeah, not Johnny over. And your thoughts on that match, Big O versus Jordan Reddington, and Jordan's falling out with Jorge action was over. Okay. Okay. Next was an 8-man tag team match as NYWC again faced H2O. As we saw, representing H2O, the Creepy Crawler.
Mouse.
And he joined forces with the grimy bastard Declan Grant, and all apologies for not getting the other two guys' names, as they did battle with Bow to No One, Aiden Bale, the Beer Man JT Kaysen, and Tommy Rhett and Sage Chess, the Slime Balls. 8-man tag team match.
They put us all on separate tracks.
Yeah. All of us? No.
This is Ronnie's track.
Hold on, let me see. You got the water. Oh, it still's got to be paid anyway.
Yeah, this is ours.
Yeah. Alright. We'll deal with it later. Like I said, 8-man tag team matchup. Eventually, out from the crowd came Treylock, Darian Hardway, and all apologies for that third, Frank's last name. They hit the ring attacking NYWC. They tied the slime ball and case into the ropes, and they had used somebody used a metal sombrero, it looked like, and mouse sprayed H2O on Aiden's back. And eventually the big gun Nuke comes out with a barbed wire bat, chases Mouse and H2O out of the ring, and pretty much issued a challenge for the Psycho Circus match.
Yeah.
And by the way, Aiden Bale, JT Kaysen, and the Slime Balls won the 8-man tag by disqualification.
Woo, Slime Balls. You have to get a Slime Balls t-shirt.
Maybe Psycho Circus. Sage, you hear that? Tommy Rant, not Tommy Naselli, Tommy Rant. Okay. I wish they would have shirts with themselves on it rather than just a logo and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and your thoughts on the 8-man tag team match right before intermission?
It's good.
Okay. I forgot to mention that before Nuke got a NYWC chant started. Right before when he actually cleared the ring.
Yeah.
All right. They did go to intermission after that, and did you buy any merchandise?
Salvatore Sibeli special t-shirts.
Okay.
Special.
Salvatore special, okay. All right, and you got to talk with Giorgio again.
What?
Can you talk to Giorgio again?
Yeah, I got a picture with him and I kissed him on the cheek for his victory.
Why not? You should give him a big ass hug while you were at it.
I did both.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Gave him a hug and a kiss on the cheek.
All right.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, unless you were married to the guy. But yeah, eventually the second half of the show we resume. We see Absolute Alvin Alvarez taking on. I'm sorry. Before we got into that matchup, Christian Nunez came out, and he was told by NYWC manager that nobody was willing to take the Christian step up and take the Christian Nunez 3-style challenge. But out comes the android Alex Coughlin, and he says, you said no one in the NYWC locker room would take your challenge. But I'm from the New Japan Pro Wrestling locker room and issued a challenge for a one-on-one match between both men at the 20th annual
Psycho Circus, baby.
Yeah. I mean, even before they started announcing matches, we knew this one was going to be big.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But I think they shook hands, and I forgot what they said afterwards. But then it was on to back to the matches, as we saw Absolute Albert Alvarez take on Mr. Main Event, Salvatore Savelli. And good match these guys had. I don't know if Alvin got hurt legitimately, but Savelli ended up winning with like a triangle armbar or a triangle choke, and Alvin's arm dropped 3 times, I believe, and Savelli won the matchup.
Mm-hmm. It was great.
Okay.
And thank you for the Savelli special T-shirt, Salvatore.
All right. And your thoughts on the return of Alex Coughlin, as well as the match between Alvin and Salvatore?
It's good.
Okay. You know, we need more cowbell, you know that.
Yeah.
I'll put on my Christopher Walken voice next, you know. My mom liked him.
Yeah. Is he still alive?
Christopher Walken is still
He's
alive.
got to be in like his 80s by
I
now.
don't know his age, but my mom liked him.
In Back to the Future, right?
No, that's Christopher Lloyd.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still with it. He was on. Christopher Lloyd also was on Taxi,
Yeah.
TV show.
He's got to be in like his 80s, Christopher
I don't know
Lloyd.
how, or Christopher Walken for that matter. Okay, next up was a singles matchup with. All apologies, I never got his name. I don't know if that was his debut. As he went one-on-one with the journeyman of NYWC, Dickie Rodz, and on Dickie Rodz scored a victory over this man whose name I did not get. And after the match, Rodz took the microphone and he was mentioning Mike Mondo. Mondo comes out, and Mondo even went so far to refer to Rodz by his real name.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, Mondo was about to come in the ring, but out comes the founding father of NYWC.
John Curse.
Yes, and he was saying, I've known you guys like 20 years, and Curse says, you know, I'm not going to be in the middle of this. And Curse said, if I had to pick a side, I have to go with Rodz. And Rodz and Mondo were about to go at it, but then out come referees and most of the locker room fending it off. Rodz gets the microphone and issues a challenge to fight Mondo one-on-one at the 20th annual
Psycho Circus, baby. Baby.
Yes.
As Adam Cole would say.
Yeah. That was a hectic situation there. And I'm surprised Curse was even in attendance for this one.
Yeah.
It was good to see John. All right, Leanne, your thoughts on that whole situation with Rod's singles match, the near brawl with Mondo, and Curse trying to get between the two of them. Prevent them from going at it. All righty. Okay. Next up was Fusion title match time, as we saw Brother Greatness challenge the cause of it all, Joey Conway.
Yeah.
Woo! And
I was rooting for both of them.
yeah, Brother Greatness did give Conway a run for his money. However, Conway put Brother Greatness down with the Dude Buster and pinned him to win the match.
Did I say it was his finisher, the Dude Buster?
Yeah. I think, unless I'm wrong, it was invented by Plasma. We know him as Trent now.
It's Trent Beretta. Is that his real name?
No. Trent Beretta was the name WWE gave him.
Yeah.
Curry goes by Trent with a question mark at the end.
Is he a face still?
I don't know. I haven't watched AEW in a while.
Yeah.
Okay, but after the match, we hear the theme from Beverly Hills Cop start playing.
Dan Barry.
Out comes Dan Barry, and at that point, my pen, it fell over the guardrail, like just underneath the apron where I could see it.
Mm-hmm.
And as Barry got in the ring, and good thing I brought my selfie stick with me, because I had to open it up and, you know, bring it back so I didn't have to worry about jumping over the rail and shit.
Yeah.
And Barry issued a challenge, wanted to fight Conway for the Fusion Championship at Psycho Circus, and Barry has vowed that to put his career on the line if he fails to win the Fusion title. And they shook hands, and I forgot what was said. But we got another match at Psycho Circus right there. All right, Jessica.
Awesome. It's going to be a great match at Psycho Circus, baby.
Yeah, okay. Sounding like Adam Cole now. Baby and all. Your thoughts on Joey Conway's match with Brother Greatness and that he'll be facing Dan Barry at Psycho Circus?
It's good.
Okay.
Is Adam Cole still with Britt?
Yeah, he's still a lucky bastard. Okay, next up with another triple threat match as we saw the Audacities, Seth Cortez versus the Specialist Gerard Stevens versus Shinobi Hitman member Satanta Fury in a match which saw Seth Cortez defeat Gerard Stevens and Satanta Fury to win the triple threat matchup. Mm-hmm. Why not facing this instead of you looking down for some reason?
I'm looking down.
I know. Well, we're almost done anyway with the matches at least. Okay, yeah, your thoughts on that triple threat match?
It was good. I was rooting for Gerard Stevens.
Yeah, I know.
Hoping the Specialists could go 2 for 2, but unfortunately they didn't.
Did not, no. Okay.
They got screwed again by the Audacity Seth Cortez.
Yeah. And your thoughts on that third and final triple threat match of the night?
It's good.
Okay. Okay. Then it was time for the main event of the evening as Flawless Blake Morris, who had come to the ring to the Verve Pipe's Bittersweet Symphony.
That's the song from Cruel Intentions, the movie.
Okay, I didn't know it was from the movie.
At the very end.
Right. And Morris challenged Nobody's Better, Michael Mostretta, for the NYWC Championship.
Yeah.
Okay? At one point, Morris really had his things going his way, and Morris took the microphone from ring announcer Justin, and he asked the crowd, do you want to chop him? And we had a chop test with the fans.
Yes. Brianna got in one.
Brianne got in one. Marie got in one. Jane Vallow, who was in the crowd, almost got in one. And Mostretta ended up giving Vallow a sight for the bird watchers.
Mm-hmm. Did he hit him, though?
Nope. No, it didn't happen. Didn't connect. Eventually, Mostretta leaves the ring. He tries to use the chair, but the referee takes the chair away from him. Then Mostretta takes that plastic bag with the championship belt in it. Mostretta aims for Morris, but he hits the referee with it. Don't go to sleep yet, darling.
Me?
No? Both of you, because we got a photo to take after this. Yeah.
I'm just looking down, that's all.
Yes. Alrighty. Yeah. And at one point, Mostretta tried to take a... Mostretta tried to take a page out of the Terry Funk playbook as he took that plastic bag and tried to suffocate Morris with it, but he broke free, puts Mostretta in the crossface hold. Another referee comes out. Mostretta puts his foot on the bottom rope, and the second referee said that Mostretta had tapped out, but the first referee says, no. Mostretta had his foot on the rope, so the match had to continue.
Yes, it did.
And I forgot how, but Michael Mostretta defeated Flawless Blake Morris to retain the championship.
Yeah.
And then Mostretta takes the microphone and talks about that he's beaten former champion after former champion, but out comes the Big O.
Woo, the Big O. Uh-oh, it's the Big O.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
And then,
uh-oh.
Yeah, and then he says to Mostretta, you've beaten all these former champions, but you didn't beat Matt Cardona, but that was after he spent 15 minutes in the ring with me. And so Big O said he wants his title match, and he tries to come to the ring, but he's attacked from behind by the Audacity. Mostretta leaves the ring.
Seth and Michael Cortez.
Micah, not Michael. Micah.
Oh, Seth and Micah.
And then O fights him off. He scares Mostretta to come in the ring, and then Mostretta's standing on the ramp, and Mostretta was about to come in the ring, but O runs up to the ropes. Mostretta backs away, and O says, I'm taking that belt back for the third time, and I forgot what else he said. He plugged the show again. And that ended the evening of matches, and right after the show, wait, don't mention it, after the show ended, we purchased our tickets for Psycho Circus 20, which is taking place Saturday night, February 25th from Central Islip Fire Department. We'll get to that back to it in a little bit. But it was personal notes time. It was great seeing James, Brianna, Donnie, Charles, Aaron, Chris Perry, John Curse,
Tyler Murphy,
that was a shock. I noticed Rex Lawless and Willow Nightingale were in attendance.
Yes.
I forgot to mention this. Dang. right after Alvin's loss to Sal Savelli, up on the screen we see Tony Nese talk about that he, Alvin, and Apollyon had made a pact about being wrestlers. And Apollyon comes to the ring and he tells Alvin, hey, don't listen to him about what he said. Alvin pushes Apollyon away, and Alvin says, and Alvin basically said he wants a three-way match with Apollyon and Tony Nese at the Psycho Circus.
What's the difference between a three-way match and a three-way dance?
Same thing, practically. ECW were the ones who came up with the term three-way dance.
Yeah.
Okay? But who else did we see there? Aaron, Donnie, James, Brianna. Oh, welcome back, David Poppy.
Yes. He lost a lot of weight,
he
too.
Did. John Curse. Mentioned Tyler Murphy. Joey, welcome back, Joey. Joseph Tabari.
Did one of his friends die or something?
Yeah, I forgot to mention. They announced that right before the show started.
What friend was it?
Steven, forgot his last name. Who else? What did we see? Oh, Amy. Chris Perry.
Yes.
Probably more people I can't remember right now.
Mm-hmm.
Justin, ring announcer. Who else can I think of here? Wow, good-looking ladies in the crowd.
Yeah.
Well, here's a memorable quote. Go home, Lottie, I don't like you. Michael Mastretta, as he walked right by me after the show was over. Mm-hmm. All right. As we've been buzzing about throughout this entire video, the New York Wrestling Connection presents the
Psycho Circus 20, baby.
Which is taking place Saturday night, February 25th, from Central Islip Fire Department. Match is already announced.
You better make sure it's Central Islip or East Islip.
Hello, it says on the tickets.
But Justin said East Islip.
That's Justin's mistake.
Are you sure?
Yes,
I would double check.
I will. We got plenty of time, too. However, the following matches are announced. We have the cause of it all.
Joey Conway.
Defending the Fusion Championship against
Dan Barry.
If Dan Barry loses, his career is over. We also will see nobody's better, Michael Mastretta, defending his championship against
Big O.
From there, in a three-way matchup, it will be Absolute Alvin Alvarez versus the demonic juggernaut Apollyon versus the premier athlete Tony Nese. Mm-hmm. In single one-on-one competition, it's Mike Mondo taking on Dickie Rods. Mm-hmm. One-on-one, Jordan Reddington with
Jorge LaBestia.
LaBestia. Not sure what that means. But all roads lead to the Psycho Circus match.
Psycho Circus 20, baby.
We know Team NYWC is the Slime Balls, the Big Gun Noob, JT Kaysen, Bowden 018 and Bale. But no word officially on who the H2O team is going to be. I would like to see for the show, I would like to see Unstoppable Izzy McKenna go one-on-one with Fifth Chorus. I'd like to see maybe a three-way or four-way tag team title match. Mm-hmm. Shirley Hitmen versus the Specialists versus the Audacity versus the Dirty Deeds if they're ready. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay, I guess that pretty much covers it. Overall, your thoughts on Sideshow 2023, Jessica?
It's going to be great. I know Sam's going to cream in pants when he sees Alex Coughlin from New Japan Pro Wrestling at the next show, baby.
Oh, wait. Yeah, we're going to put you back on, darling. That's overall on Sideshow 2023, Leanne.
It was a great show.
All righty.
Good way to start off the new year.
Yeah, it was. Well, we had a great time. Oh, wait, before, go ahead. Yeah, wait, come back. I hope someday we can get ourselves like a big group fan picture of all the fans of NYWC. with the goals that we know. I mean, I'm surprised Kevin and his brother were not there tonight.
Yeah.
Hopefully they come for Psycho Circus.
I hope so too.
I think I haven't seen Kevin since like House of Madness in October.
Yeah.
Okay, but, well, there's no point in asking. We've already got our tickets, all right? So, okay. This was great. We can't wait because next month it is NYWC's, most wonderful time of the year.
Psycho Circus 20, baby.
A milestone. Kudos to you, to New York Wrestling Connection. Shane, I forgot to mention you in the video earlier. We saw you there too. But I know we're gonna chant it. So, not the letters.
Psycho
Not like that. Psycho Circus.
Psycho Circus.
Psycho Circus. Psycho Circus. Psycho Circus. We gotta get that chant going before the show even starts. But we will see all of you Saturday night, February 25th. Sam and Talia will be with us as well. And all 5 NYWCites will be back in full force. And NYWC rules. Okay.